Welcome back to the table, everybody. We are getting ready to play, just show that real quick, Samurai Battles, a Commands and Colors game, and very excited about that. It's probably been longer than I really remember. It's been a few months. I played some, I don't think I filmed, maybe I filmed a little bit, but I played a little bit of Napoleonics, Commands and Colors. I really like this system, and I was very excited that with GMT Games they went ahead and sent me this here kind of a review copy, and I'm like, yeah, I got it set up. I've read the rules, I remember the basics from Napoleonics, and that's where the similarities kind of stop. They are two different games for sure, and so I just got to remember some of the differences. I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but there's dragon cards, and I think I might not use the dragon cards right away because these cards are used for the little extra gotchas, right? There's like a brave leader. Play after your opponent's close combat roll. Well, when you play a game solo like this, that's really actually kind of a multiplayer. Knowing when to use these cards is always, I mean, obviously up to you, but I decided, that might, I don't know, you never know, I just never know when to play them. So I'm going to leave these out for a little bit. Maybe we'll put them in at some point, some future play, but I do have the main card deck all shuffled up, ready to go. We'll probably give it another shuffle here, but don't cringe, I don't sleeve. Sometimes I sleeve, but not this time. So we'll just give them another. This is my hobby table, and I just realized there's some glitter, and I'm like, where'd the glitter come from? So bits of glitter there. All right. So we give it a little bit of a shuffle. We'll see how well that holds up to the play. I got the dice here in the bag so I don't lose them. One of the other things that I have to battle, and it's sometimes difficult to leave this up here, are cats. Yes, the cats like to help me play. So there's all the dice which are there, but I'll bring in the tower and put it somewhere visible when we can play. But let's take a look at scenario number 1, okay? And this is the introductory scenario. So if you're familiar with the game, you probably have already played this introductory scenario. I figured it'd be a good place for me to start. So there is no historical background. So first of all, there's an amazing amount of scenarios in here. And they're all one-pagers. And some of them have, a bit of a setup to them. But I think it's pretty cool. Each one of them is a historical-based battle. When I first saw the game, I wasn't sure how many of these would be kind of hypothetical battles, but like these are all historical battles with some historical background except for number 1. The first Samurai Skirmish is a non-historical scenario expressly designed to introduce you and a friend to the basics of samurai warfare using the Commands and Colors Samurai Battle rules. This is the format that we will be using for the Commands and Colors Samurai scenarios. The scenario map will show where terrain tiles are positioned along with how the units and leaders for both armies are placed. In this historical background area, there will normally be a brief recap of the battle and some other historical information. The scenario's battle notes detail the starting player, the number of command cards, the number of dragon cards, and the number of honor and fortune tokens each player receives at the start of the battle. The notes will also detail the number of victory banners needed to gain victory and any special rules that apply to the specific battle. Welcome to the Age of Samurai Battles and enjoy, from Mr. Richard Borg. So the Red Army, both, we're going to get 5 command cards, 3 dragon cards, and 5 honor and fortune. And Red Army moves first, so they'll be moving south. Victory will be getting 5 banners, 1 victory banner for each unit or leader eliminated, and a unit is an entire group of soldiers, not just one block of a group, and no special rules. So we're going to have it set up according to the map, and then from here on, that's about where the challenges come in for me to try and remember all the little things. So this is definitely one of those games as you play and you forget and you remember and people point out, hey, you could have done that. It's to remember things like if supported and if there's flags, you get to, depending on certain support situations, you don't have to take the first flag or first hit and these little things. Plus with this game, the extra little thing is tracking honor and remembering there's like a hierarchy of things. So different types of units have like circles, green circles, there's some red squares, blue triangles, and the red squares are the highest. Those are like the samurai, and then there's I think the green circles are your lowest level of folks. Maybe it's the blue triangle, I don't remember, but I don't remember right now. I'm going to look it up as soon as you start fighting, because earning honor points and things like that, you don't get, there's rules on gaining the honor points, and honor points, those you would use to activate and spend on your dragon cards, or you can spend an honor point on a samurai to give a bonus to your attack. And in certain situations where you're losing a battle and have to fall back, you can also lose honor. And then anytime you're in a situation that would cause you to lose honor and you don't have any honor in your honor pool, then you lose additional troops. So honor is a pretty important thing, and so I just have to remember, and I'll probably be pausing and looking in the rules often for those situations where you gain or lose honor in the interactions between the troops. So we're going to try and keep this edited with a lot of that downtime out, and mostly just focus on when troops are moving, or here's the card I'm playing, and then show the troops move and battle. So this first introductory part might actually just be a separate short video saying, hey, here's our jump into Commands and Colors Samurai Battles. Super excited. So we'll just call this the end of the first video, and when we come back, we'll go ahead and start the first turn. Now, I will say this though, some of the items I'll keep off of the board, so you won't necessarily see it. Like I'm going to keep the hands, just because I don't have a whole lot of table space to move the camera and cover everything. So I'm going to have up here, this will probably be where I hold the hands of cards up just off the table space and whatnot. And then a lot of the action will be looking down, which is why I've laid the blocks down. I tried once, I think when I did Napoleonics, I had them all face up like you're supposed to, and I brought my overhead camera down and did all kinds of weird finagling with it so you could get kind of a view from behind. But I found this would probably be a lot easier. And I was going to use some other tripods and things to get different angles, but I think this just might be the best for this game, because I think the blocks show up really nice in a top-down this way. So, alright, enough of the setup. I will see you all in the next video. Can't wait to have you join me. Bye.